Welcome back to the 10th episode of the Veterinary Business Video Show. This show made possible with the support of the Alan Gibson Taxation Service. In today's show, we'll take a look at the Fort Dodge indices and see what lessons we can learn about pricing and profits from two of the speakers at the London Vet Show. We'll take a closer look at the Alan Gibson Taxation Service for veterinary practice. I'll show you a nifty business tool to help you prepare a budget for your next financial year, and I'll let you have my quick business tip for this episode. I'm John Sheridan, and this is the show that helps practice owners, managers and clinicians just like you to build your successful practice into a great business. In his covering letter to the latest report from Fort Dodge for small animal practice in the UK, Alan Robinson says that some of the practices he speaks to are busy and reporting growth of 20% or more compared with last year. But he also talks to plenty of practice owners who also say that they are busy, but that their net results are 10 to 20% worse than last year. The point that Alan makes is that being busy doesn't mean being profitable. Indeed, practice profit is significantly less than 10% and declining. He reports that in the UK, many practices give away 20 to 25% of their available professional time as a result of reduced rate and free of charge consultations. And Alan suggests firstly that correct pricing has the potential to increase the bottom line by 20% to 40%, and secondly that correct invoicing, charging properly for the work that is done, can more than double practice profit. Alan was one of the speakers at the recent London Vet Show at Olympia. See what he has to say about charging properly in veterinary practice.
Hello there, Alan Robinson from Vet Focus UK. I'm at the London Vet Show. I'm talking today about pricing professional time and how to really not feel guilty about charging that professional time. We get a lot of advice on how practices should be charging properly, how they should be invoicing properly, how they should be watching their discounts, but a lot of the problems evolve in the consulting room with the vet faced by the client and really starting to feel guilty about how they're charging for that. We look at ways and means of how we can add value to the consultation and how we can actually get to a professional time that your vets and assistants can be comfortable with.
Mark Moran of Vets in Business was another of my fellow speakers at the London Vet Show. The theme of Mark's session was also concerned with pricing. Here's what he had to say.
Hi, I'm Mark Moran from Vets in Business. My talk today was about pricing for profit, and more importantly, what are the pricing pitfalls and how do you avoid them? There are four things I've looked to talk to the delegates today about. The first is to actually understand how important it is that you get the pricing decision right. Small changes in price, typically say at 1% on everything we do, can actually make something like 20% of difference to the amount of money we've got left to invest in our practice. The second thing I talk to delegates about is making sure that when they looked at their prices, they gave themselves sufficient time to give the decision justice. Break their practice pricing down into sections. Just look at one part of the practice, say each quarter, so you've got the time to do the work. Thirdly, we talk about the importance of actually doing the sums. At the end of the day, you've got to make a choice between whether you implement a price increase or not. But if you don't implement a price increase, that means that there's a piece of revenue you won't have. The result is that's a piece of equipment or an investment in your business you're not able to make. It's your choice, but make sure you have the information to make the choice. And the final thing I talked to the delegates about today was the need to recognise that lots of price increases don't seem to look like price increases. Typically, for example, we might choose to change a supplier of a particular product, or maybe we'll switch from a brand leader to a generic. Do we actually look at what the impact on the profit of our business is of that change? If not, what's likely to happen is we're likely to give away contribution and reduce the amount of money we've got to invest in our practice.
My own view is that Alan and Mark are absolutely right, and that one of the key management tasks in most practices is to ensure that the existing policies for professional fees and charges are being implemented correctly and accurately by every single member of the practice team. I'm sure that the potential for improving profit margins by managing practice resources more effectively in most practices is enormous. What's your view? Just click on the Add Your Comment link above this screen to let me know. I look forward to hearing from you.